things are really starting to move now. It's approaching the end of the season. It's cooled off just a smidge, although the humidity here in my part of Oregon is really high. I feel like I'm chasing my own tail because there's lots still that I want to get done. I'm a little lazy and I've got other stuff like my writing that absolutely has to get done. So I don't get out here as often as I really would like to. In winter, I get out here almost every day. I am happy that a lot of my plants that I do have left are doing pretty amazing. And I'm really getting into the hydroponic thing. It might be giving me fits and starts, but it's pretty fun. The birds are definitely my best friend. They're taking care of a lot of problems for me. Not sure much about the hummingbirds, but the hummingbirds are really cute. I refill their feeder every day, and their little arguments give me joy. And I'm really looking forward to moving into the next season. Talk to you later. Good morning, ag fans. It is August 19th, and it is a cloudy, well, foggy, misty kind of day. And some of the plants like it. The zinnias are really happy. Hello, zinnias. Look, I got a flower. I don't think I'm gonna have to. Water today. I am going to have to get some potting soil and repot these. These are the eggplants. Hoping to sell some of those. Just a few of them. Oh my God, my nemesis. You buggers. Can you see them? Can you see them? I'm gonna cut all these off just right down here. Now, we did have a pest control company in, and they put down some silicone spray for ants. Let's see. Which, I don't know if you can actually see the ants, but the ants are still there. The ants are still there. The ants are a severe problem. And the ants are farming the aphids, so the aphids... I'm gonna have to move these. I'm gonna have to move them. Because they won't survive here on the concrete pad. And I really need the chamomile. So I'm going to take just snip all the blooms off the chamomile and, you know, soak and wash those, dry them, get them hung. Oh, these peppers. I had so much hope, but, like, I got three tiny little peppers, and that was it. That was it. Not a single pepper anywhere else. However, I have already harvested zucchini. I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. I like it. And I have lots of flowers on the zucchini. This zucchini specifically is freaking amazing. Look at those leaves. And I don't know if that's a ladybug. It could be, maybe. I don't want to mess with it. The corn is doing nicely. Corn obviously not for sale this year, but it's nice to know that these little orchard baby corns really do enjoy my yard. We'll see how many ears I get. They're very nice. It's the other zucchini. It too is happy. However, I really need to watch the watering on this one because it is at the far end and it is far more likely to droop. Chard, almost done. Almost done. Most of it has flowered. There's the red tends to flower earlier than the green. Whipple beans. I got babies. I got babies. I got babies. Hopefully they're the real whipple bean babies. If they're not, summer savory, spectacular. I'm just gonna get all my Thanksgiving and winter needs met with that one bundle of summer savory. Hey, and you know how I've been calling these butternut squash messed up? They're not. These are not the butternut squash. These are not the butternut squash you're looking for. No, these are the acorn squash. Do I have any? No. But I do have plenty of flowers. So, go flowers. Watermelon, spectacular, loving life. I need to give this a shot of, uh-oh, I see black specks. Yeah, little things. And flower. So that is the key, that this needs some more bloom to really get those flowers going. Here we go. Here's an acorn squash. See, this is an acorn squash. And this is the butternut. This must be the butternut squash. I should have known by the leaves, but I'm not terribly experienced with acorn and butternut squash yet. Well, there is an ant, but you know what I don't see, and that the birds have taken care of, are the squash borer, the little squash beetles. The birds, my little sparrows, have taken care of every single one that I saw any evidence of. So these are good to go. Pea experiment? Well, I'll just let you see for yourself. Look at that. What do you think? Is this gonna work? I think so. Spectacular germination rate on all of these. Oh, hello, little spider. You can stay. I'm not gonna hurt you. You're helping me out. I do see the grass growing back. As I said, weeds are a problem when you do this specific type of weed control. Other weeds will grow, and especially with the sprinkling and the wetting and the stomping down. Obviously I didn't cut it all, so it's, you know, they'll grow back. But the peas, I think, are going to grow faster than the grass, and the grass right next to the line, I can just cut that back, and all the rest of it isn't going to hurt. And of course, it'll die off in winter. All right. So far, it's pretty good. Getting pretty misty, so I should probably decide what I'm gonna do today. Well, I am here. Shit. Try that again. It is August 21st. I am here with my baby Thai eggplants. I have pretty much ignored them while they got to this point. This soil isn't the best in the pot, but 3 of them did grow nicely, and they do have some little leaves struggling to grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transplant them, 2 of them, into their own separate pots, and I'm going to leave one in the 1-gallon container. I also have one more right here. This one is going to go in the hydroponics unit, and I will show you why I mixed those lava rocks together. So let's see how well the roots did. The potting soil for these, of course, was a mixture of old potting soil and a little bit of just plain outdoor potting soil from Bi-Mart, which usually does pretty well for little baby transplants. And we can see there's some roots, you know. It's got a generous amount of feeder roots here. Not overly much. So they obviously aren't getting everything they need, but they're not dying. The leaves are curled a little bit, which doesn't make me very happy, but there's no obvious insect activity. They just didn't get all the nutrients they really could have from this mix. I'm going to try to be as careful as I can and preserve as much of their separate root systems as I can. At this point, I want them happy, super happy. So, there we go. There is one. They didn't dry out at any point, so you can see that you know, there's a generous amount of roots on each. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with their growth so far. I know going into winter, this one's a little smaller. Going into winter, okay, these are not going to grow very fast, and by the end I will have to take them into the greenhouse. But that's okay, because that's what the greenhouse is for. Probably means I'm going to have to hand pollinate. Oh, I guess I need to get rid of this old potting soil, but that's okay because I can just put it down in the garden where the peas are growing. All right, here's the potting soil that I went and bought. I was really hoping to get a big bag. This is Black Gold Natural Organic Potting Plus with potting mix plus fertilizer. The fertilizer has a very low NPK number, which is just fine. I was really hoping to get a big bag of something with no fertilizer, but unfortunately Fred Meyer has already wrapped up their growing section, and they're just piecemealing out all the rest of the little things that haven't been sold. So all that was left was this, or I could have gone to Bi-Mart for the outdoor potting soil, but that's really, it's way too big and chunky for what I need this potting soil for. I also need the potting soil for my little bonsai plants for Bonsai Diaries. So the nice finer stuff that Black Gold has is far more appropriate. The low number means I don't really have to worry about the fertilizer rate. Out of the way because sitting on the knife would be very uncomfortable. Yeah, this is decent potting soil. You can see you know, little flecks of perlite in there. It's a nice fine mix. It's got a few little branchy chunks, but not much. Really, it's a decent potting soil, and it smells clean. I don't know if some of you may remember in some of the pots earlier this year, I put a layer of grass down on the bottom of the pots. Because these are going in the greenhouse, I am not going to do that this time. That is just begging for greenhouse difficulties. here. And because it already has a little bit of fertilizer in, I'm not going to put the transplant fertilizer in there this time. Oh, that's a good one. Is this a little one? I'll put a little one. There we go. A little more. A little more. I can tell this bag's been sitting around Fred Meyer for a while because it's a bit dry. It's not too bad, but it has lost some of its moisture. Yeah, here's some of the big chunks. That's a bit bigger than I want, so I'll take that out. But little tiny chunks like this are perfectly acceptable. That's not going to hinder the babies in any way. Go. Lots of space for this one to grow. Lots of space. I'm trying to avoid covering up all those brand new leaves at the bottom. There we go. And that's one. This does take an amount of potting soil, which doesn't make me enormously happy because, you know, these bags are not too expensive at about $7, $8 each, but it's expensive enough to be irritating. Left, or am I going to have to open the other bag? No, I'm going to have to open the other bag. Oh, I was hoping I'd have enough. That's okay. Of course, I'm going to need this too for starting the seedlings for the hydroponic system. I like to start my seeds in soil. I really do not like starting my seeds on paper towels. I haven't had a whole lot of great luck with that. It could be because I just don't understand the process, but I just don't like it. Ooh, this one's a bit wetter, which is nice. Hummingbirds are chasing each other around. You little more. A little more over here, huh? Please don't fall down. There we go. There's number 2. If you're wondering why I'm using a gallon container, it's because I don't have anything else. Those 2 big pots were kindly provided to me from my new friend, but this is all I have left. Well, okay, besides the big cloth ones, and they don't go well in the greenhouse at all. I don't think I put it down far enough. Get down. There we go. There we go. It's good. And there is number 3. And let's just give these a bit of water. Hey, greenhouse. A little gentler. And of course these will get to stay on the deck. You guys get one night on the deck before you go down. Alright? Just like the greenhouse rule. Everybody gets about 12 hours of kindness before being thrown out in the harsh, harsh world. I think that will do. Yep. That is good. That is good. You are good. And these are ready to get tucked to the side. And we can work on the hydroponic system. And there's some good news on that front. Here is the really good news about the hydroponic system. Check it out. It'll even out in just a second, but it does work, I think. Crap. It was working yesterday. Swear to God, it was working yesterday. Well, son of a biscuit. Well, here it is. I figured it out. It's too loose. I need more plumber's tape. It's just, it's too loose. I need more plumber's tape on here. I'm gonna do that and try again. Attempt number something. Come on, baby. There it is. There it. Yeah. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Don't tell me it got. Did it get pushed off again? No. There is. There's a trickle. There we go. I probably should come to the conclusion that I really do need a stronger pump, but this is enough. Just to test the system, just to see if it's working. Yup. All right, now I can get some plants ready. Here I have 3 plants I'm going to put into the hydroponic system. One of which might make you a little nervous. The very first one is the eggplant. You know, it's pretty good size now, healthy, getting some new leaves, happy as a little fart. This is the one that should make everybody nervous, because everybody knows I've been having problems with the aphids, but I really want to know how this chamomile is gonna do in the hydroponic system. So I'm happy to give it a shot. This has massive roots. It is definitely ready to come out of this little pot. It doesn't currently have any aphids on it, but you know, if it does get aphids on it in the greenhouse, you know, I have to move on from there and decide how to deal with it. Oh, remnant. Oh, well, it does have dead aphids on it. All right, yep, there we go. First though, I need to clean these roots off, because the death of any real hydroponic system is the remnants of dirt on the roots. So this one is already ready to go. This is chard. I found it when I was cleaning up my chard patch. It was just hanging out, just a little baby, and it's got a teeny tiny little baby leaf on it. It's ready to go. Now, I will show you. I'll show you if I can remember where I put it. Yep. All right. Remember these? They're the lava rocks that I cleaned up. These are the net pots that go into the hydroponic system. You put the substrate in here and plant whatever it is in there. Usually people have things planted in rock wool. I don't want to buy those cubes. I don't have extra money really sitting around. So what I've done is I've cleaned up lava rock, but to make sure that the roots have a good amount of space, I haven't chosen just little ones. Just little ones would take up too much space. So I chose big rocks and little rocks. So they'll give quite an amount of space for the roots to grow through. And these are a pretty perfect size for the net pots. I think what I'll do today is put the chard in with this. Now I do have perlite. I will be testing the perlite in these net cups and the lava rock, just to see how each plant does in each of these different substrates. Go. I like the weight of the lava rocks as well. It tends to keep a net pot where you put it in the tray. Remember, my whole point is to try to make this as easy. Oh, that's real rock. I don't like that. Is try to make this as easy and cheap as possible. And lots of people already have lava rock out in their gardens. So if you just take a bunch of, take a handful of lava rock, wash it up, soak it and sanitize it, and it's ready to go. That could be a free substrate for a lot of people. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. That looks like it would do quite nicely. There we go. Just this. This has been in water now for a number of days. There we go. There. The neighbors are having a party upstairs. I do not begrudge them their fun. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna need more. So. Larger one, small one. Boom, boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, boom, 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 boom. There. And that's how it looks. And because this chard really didn't cost me anything at all, if it happens to die, it's not going to be a big deal for me. Let's see how it looks in the tray and turn it on. Let's see. I think you guys can see that, huh? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Hopefully it'll be just fine. There we go. There we go. Yep. Remember, this is an experiment, so, you know, I might totally get this wrong. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. No? Yeah, this pump is, this pump is going to be the bane of my existence. I don't know if this is going to work today. I may have to wait for another pump. Isn't actually drawing water. I'm going to have to check and see. Has it? It is on there. It keeps spitting out some water and then refusing to work. Oh, I am unhappy with this design. Maybe the half inch is just too long. Yep, this is not gonna work. Back to the drawing board. Alright, well, what I've done for now is I've put this little chard right here with the lights on it, and I'm gonna let it sit in the water, change the water every day. That'll guarantee that at least it's getting fresh oxygenated water every day. Then I can try to figure out my pump problem. Alright, well, at least I've got the lights working. And I ordered a different pump. The pump that I had, I did the math on the pump I had, and it said it should work with 10 foot of half-inch pipe. Unfortunately, either I did the math wrong or the information I was given was wrong, because that little 130-gallon pump does not work. So I ordered a much more powerful pump, which should be here in a few days, which gives me enough time to soak the roots of these other plants. Now, why am I going to bother to soak the roots of these plants because these roots are going to have to endure a change in environment. So I want them to have as much flexibility as possible. If I just take them from here and I give them a quick rinse and shove them in there, a lot of the roots might actually be damaged. By letting these soak in water for a few days, they'll be much more flexible. Ooh, well, I think this pot has had it. All right. Here we go. I'll get this out and, oh, very much like the other ones. Not an enormous amount of roots, but a decent amount of roots. There we go. Flies. All right. Now, unlike the ones I just repotted, I don't actually need all these roots. I'm gonna cut them off just about here. Ooh, vicious, huh? Vicious. There we go. And let's there we go. Upsy-daisy. There we go. Wash, 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 wash. Gently. I don't want to scrub the roots real hard, but I do want to pull off as much as I can. I also have mesh bags ordered so that any little particles that do come off the plants and go down into the tank will be caught before they get to the pump. So, and I will be putting a mesh bag around the pump itself. This will save me a whole lot of agony if the water should get contaminated with particles. Because look how dirty this water is, and there are still little things left on these roots that are just really hard to get off. Oh. Come on, chamomile. Come on, baby. Woo! Look at that. Look at that chamomile. Isn't it? It's gorgeous. Got all these lovely roots. And I gotta pull off. It's like there's almost no potting soil left. Like, seriously, there's almost no potting soil left. I'm gonna wind up having to abuse this plant a little bit because it's got so many roots. Come on. Come on. Pat, 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 pat. Get off. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can just wash a generous amount of this soil off here. There. That's better. Better. I just toss that out and give this a good old spraying. Whew. Chamomile roots really love to wrap themselves around these pieces of bark, don't they? Lots and lots of feeder roots on this. Here we go. Around. Unlike the eggplant, chamomile can deal with a lot more abuse, and frequently does, because we do need to spray them, you know, spray off those aphids and little insects. But for some reason, it comes back every single time I abuse it. It comes back nicely. There we go. That's better. Oh, some of these things here. All right. And for now, that's good enough. I know a lot of these little pieces will come off more when I soak it in water. I'm just going to let it sit just like that. I'm going to put it under the hydroponic lights. And the same with this one in here. Now, it's going to be, this is going to be just as happy in here. Oh, a little more water. I don't want to leave any of the roots uncovered. There. But it's not going to mind hanging out over the edge for a little while. So, these two are ready to go begin their lives as hydroponic workers.